3, 2, 1. And we are live on the internet. Hey, welcome everyone. Vic here with SociSnap, and tonight's event, we're going to be doing channel reviews, YouTube channel reviews. I'm joined by my friend and mentor. He's a marketing guru. Many of you may know him from previous broadcasts. Mr. Scott Raley, how you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent, Vic. It's so good to hear your voice. I know we were chatting it up yesterday, the day before, and a little bit today. And it's always fun masterminding with you, my friend. You always are on the cutting edge of the coolest softwares, the coolest trends. And that's actually what I like to be a part of too, in the e-commerce space. I know you're in the social media realm and also the SEO realm, the keyword ranking, and that is also so important. So I love to pick your brain on that, especially any of you guys like to watch YouTube videos or like to see how to rank YouTube videos, how to get a lot of views, for your business, which gives you leads and sales and all the other important things in a business is traffic. And what you're going to learn from Vic always is how to get more traffic. And that's what I love about, hanging out with you, Vic. So it's always fun masterminding together. And I hope everyone else out there listening is also excited about 2021, excited about finding your winning product or your winning, system. We always got to find our winning system, what's converting and what's working, and making a duplicatable system. So that's what I'm all about. I do e-commerce, if you guys know. I'm currently running a sports bra that's getting a lot of sales. If you guys ever look at Facebook, Facebook is really good for certain products. YouTube ads is good for certain products. But I can tell you this, and I promise you this, Facebook loves sports bras. So if you guys ever want to know the mindset of channels and Instagram, the different marketing channels, they all have a special niche. And I have found that Facebook, the sports bra niche, is the way to go. So that's just my 2 cents. I hope I'm not talking too much, but back over to you, Vic. Thanks for having me on.
It's really awesome having you here because you hit me up on Skype yesterday, and you were asking me about some keywords for your videos.
Right.
And one of the things you've really crushed it with YouTube in the past. You just started a brand new channel, and I was explaining to you that the way the YouTube algorithm works is it's like an investor. Think of them as an investor.
Okay.
You have a track record. Have you had some views in the past?
Right.
What is your audience like? What are their interests? One of my mentors, I've been watching just so much of his training since I met him on the Marketer's Cruise. Really a huge fan of his. And what I've been working on is studying his work. He works with huge channels. I mean, like billions of views. And when you get to that billion view mark, the game changes a lot for you. But what I'm going to talk about tonight is the little stuff. How do you get started with a brand new channel? How do you get to your first million views? And how can you do so without a lot of effort? Because that's where I think a lot of people are struggling these days is, getting to that first milestone. And a lot of the strategies that the big YouTubers are talking about don't really even work when you're first getting your channel started. Many of them don't like SEO because search engine optimization, or SEO, really is not how YouTube algorithm works anymore. It used to.
It's always good to have good keywords and your tags and your title. But I think what you're saying is that you could have the greatest SEO on different videos, but YouTube and also the audience on YouTube is going to decide what they want to see from you and your channel. You might be like, oh, I really want to have a channel about restaurants and cooking, but you upload a random video about Facebook ads, for example, and you get like 10 times the amount of views on your Facebook ads video that you were not even thinking, wait a minute, that's not really what I want to be growing my YouTube channel for. But then again, it hit an audience and that audience really liked it. And so you really then got to calibrate. You got to say, wait a minute, well, what do I need to do? You need to calibrate where the views are and where the views are going. So that's just like, you know, if you guys have a great, for example, you know, top 10 winning products of 2021, that video gets the most views on your channel. Well, then you need to have another video of top 10 winning products of February 2021. You guys see what I mean? Is that then now you need to feed that system that's wanting more and more by following where the data is going. It's not necessarily having the best SEO, it's following where the views are for you.
Exactly. But SEO is something a lot of the big YouTubers ignore completely, because even when I look at my numbers, 5% of my traffic, with now almost 3 million views on my channel, is 5% of that is from SEO. But what I've looked at is I can get very, very good, like thousands of views if I do my SEO right. And oftentimes that's enough to tip my video into what's called suggested views. Suggested views is really where everyone wants to be at. But think of it this way, like an investor. Before they want to suggest your video, they want to make sure that you're a safe bet, that you're going to give a good user experience to the people that are watching your videos. And it's all based on track record. So like one video on my channel accounts for 90% of the views on my channel. It's just the way it is. They always know that they're going to make money with that video. They know it's consistently delivering results. Everybody loves that video. And I've tried to bring videos up to the level of that one video, and the closest I've gotten is like 5% of the view count. So you can't have one video hit it out of the park. You know, a lot of the top guys, when they started their channels, they were not even doing what the channel ultimately ended up being. And that's what's called a pivot. So a lot of people right now are doing channel reviews, and there's a saying that you want to treat your YouTube channel like a job. And my stand on that is, if you treat your YouTube channel like a job, you're going to get paid like a job. You want to think of YouTube as your partner. And that's like my big message for all of you out here today. There are great, great tutorials on the internet, but most of them will work in later stages of your business. SEO, search engine optimization, is probably the least understood on YouTube, especially since the new updates. And let me tell you, you want to know the secret, Scott, to SEO in 2021 when we're shooting this right now?
Sure.
It's speaking the keywords that you want your video to be about in the first 30 seconds of your video. So what you want to do is figure out what those keywords are, and then put a pre-roll on your video that says, hey, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about, like, for example, like what I'm doing here on this stream, I'm going to be doing channel reviews. I'm going to be doing search engine optimization. I'm going to be doing keyword research. I'm going to be giving you some tips and strategies that you can immediately apply to your videos and cause them to start to have a little bit of a boost. This is a long-term game. YouTube is not a short-term impulse-driven strategy. It works when you have 100,000 subscribers or more. But let's say you only have 5,000 subscribers. Will these strategies work? Well, you need different strategies. You want to be focusing mostly on having people find your videos, sharing your videos, and doing what I just did, emailing 10,000 people to watch your video. And you know what? That's going to do a lot more for you. A lot of people think that, oh, magically YouTube is going to send me traffic to my videos. No, you have to send traffic to your videos through email, through Facebook, through Twitter, through other forms of social media, even advertising. Now YouTube has put a boost button in the back office. So if you want to promote your video, you want to promote your channel, you can do so. And there's going to be more future trainings on that. But tonight we're going to do some channel reviews. So who would like a channel review that's here tonight? Please put your channel in the chat and we will take them in order. And there's also, we're going to be talking about super chat and why that's so important. Now, Scott, I know you got to go to another mentor meeting. You have a mentor who's a multi-millionaire.
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about what you do online? We're mentors for each other. Scott's a marketing expert. I'm an SEO expert. That's what I do. And what I know about SEO is that the different strategies will work on YouTube with YouTube SEO. But let me say it again. YouTube SEO is about consistency and cohesion. Your title, your description, and your spoken words, and the transcript. In other words, the captions on what you say in the first 30 seconds to a minute is really critical in the algorithm understanding what your video is all about. Oh, Scott, put on your dog. I got to pin that.
Yeah, buddy. This is Morena. She's so cute. Good girl. She's a Shih Tzu, and she's like 9-10 months old. She's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, years ago in 2012, when we were doing marketing together,
right,
I helped you with some keywords, and you got like 30 or 40,000 views in like a day.
Oh yeah, it was about a drone niche, guys. I was, I love to fly my drone, and I remember there was this really cool product that I wanted to put on the controller of my drone that allowed me to go like almost 5 miles out, because it gave it a longer distance. And this guy had a niche product, and I'm like, hey, since I'm like the keyword guru right now, hanging out with Vic, I'm like the keyword gangster. Let me work some of my magic. And I put a video up on YouTube with the keywords with his product. And I'm telling you guys, I had a channel on marketing, but those videos were giving me like 4,000 to, so many views every day. And that because you're getting like almost 4 to 5 comments on the channel every day. And it was just like, you see the power of something when it clicks or when it hits or when it runs, you really get to see, okay, that's what Vic's talking about, when something really clicks. And we've all been there where we uploaded something with a good keyword or a good video, but it never really took off. But the key is to don't give up, keep trying, and you'll find something that will click and will eventually, work its magic and do its thing. And that's what the YouTube algorithm is all about, so.
Yeah, and the thing is, YouTube algorithms changed a little bit because a lot of people were trying to game the algorithm, and YouTube wants it to be more human. And so here's a few suggestions that I can give you before we go into the reviews. And I have a 15-minute presentation where I'm going to explain some of these tips and strategies for you. What is most important is the next video. You want to think about the next video. So a lot of people misunderstand YouTube. They think that YouTube is about, like, how do you get your views on YouTube? Well, somebody had to recommend your video. Okay, so think of it this way. If you are in a niche like drones, right? And in the case, I remember the thing that we did back then was you were selling drone parts, and they were pretty expensive. I think you were pulling in quite a bit of money from YouTube as well. And
yeah,
and by selling these drone parts, you had a question that you knew a lot of people were curious about, and they wanted a review of these drone parts that you would attach to a drone, and you were giving an actual review of this part before people purchased. Okay.
Yep.
And what we did is we optimized the question based on the research. And your question was so good when we were done with it that your video answered the question. And see, if your video actually answers the question that people have, it's going to start to mushroom. You're going to start getting lots and lots of views on it. And so you want to think about problems that people have and you having a simple solution for those problems. That's probably the easiest way to do how-to videos. Music videos. Let's talk about that. That's a different genre. You have to have a similar genre interest in music. So you've got to run, Scott. 2 minutes, right? Can you give our audience, like you do anywhere from 6 to 7 figures a month in sales, and I just wanted to bring you out here just to have you share a little bit about marketing.
YouTube is different.
Your tips.
YouTube is different, guys. It's all about value. It's all about answering the questions of people. But you don't necessarily always need to have like a training video or where you're teaching something. For example, Vic's going to cover tonight doing a review of a YouTube channels. You guys can simply do a review of a hot winning product or a review of a certain restaurant, or you can do a case study where it's like, this is what they launched, this is what they did, and then this is the results that they're getting. You can do a review of a website, like top drop shipping websites. You can do, things not to do online, the worst mistakes, and it doesn't have to be a slideshow format video. It could just be doing something simple. And as you're throwing these videos out there, you're building an audience. For example, how are you going to go live with a webinar if you don't have an audience? How are you going to sell products on a webinar? No, you need to have an audience first. And the way that you do that is you build a channel around these different ideas. Like, for example, drop shipping, you can put up a free course. You can put up a free how to find winning products or top 3 winning products of February 2021. Or you can do a case study. How I was doing a case study the other day, how I sold this iPhone leather wallet case back in 2016 with over $5-6 million in sales with these leather wallet phone cases. Now that could be a case study, how I went from 0 to 6 figures to 7 figures with this product reveal inside. And it's just a video sharing your experience. And you're building that audience, which then gives you eventually authority to go live with a webinar one day where you could sell $1,000 product or a $500 product or a $10,000 product. But you got to start off with some basic stuff to build your audience, to build that authority, guys. That's so important. So I'm going that route. And you see, when you do these YouTube video reviews, these channels, you see that these channels are doing all of everything that I'm explaining to you. They're doing the free courses. Some guys are charging $10,000 for a course that a guy on YouTube is giving away the same info for free. But yet he's got almost 500,000 subscribers. He's got, 10,000 minimum for every video upload. But what's he doing? He's building it organically in a special kind of way on YouTube. But where are you guys going to funnel them? And this is where what I'm doing now, what I recommend you guys is every time you have an idea, funnel people into a capture page, get their email address, but then send them to a Facebook group. And it doesn't have to be like the Facebook group of all time Facebook group. You could have a Facebook group for every little thing that you're doing, like top channel reviews Facebook group, top winning products Facebook group, top restaurants to eat in Houston Facebook group. You guys get what I mean? Is like have a Facebook group and segment it out, and it's a great way to monitor your traffic. Like, let's say you make a Facebook group for every month. So your links in the description of a YouTube video, you're actually knowing, oh shit, I got 2,000 new members to my Facebook group this month. But that was the Facebook group for February. You get what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to make different Facebook groups. And then when you guys have like all these groups and all these people inside of them, you can start doing different posts and lead them back into whatever you're doing. Hey, I'm having a webinar tonight. You got 1,000 people here, 1,000 people here, 1,000 people here. Maybe you'll get 1% or 10% of those people all funneling into your live group coaching that night. And it all started with just sharing value on YouTube. So go after it. It's a lot of work. I'm using a software right now to make videos called InVideo. It's really awesome. I love it. It's got all kinds of stock footage and templates. You just put the template you want, edit the template, and I'm telling you guys, you look like $1 million with a template. You just edit the template. So, but I'll let you run now, Vic. I gotta go.
Hey, Scott, thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate you. Can you come back to another one of these? We'll plan a little bit more
Just
in advance.
not Wednesday at this time, but yeah, absolutely, my friend. I love you, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
Later, bro.
All right. So we're going to have more guests joining us later on. I just wanted to feature Scott because he's one of my first success stories where I created software and actually radically altered the ability for his videos to start showing up in YouTube. Now the game has changed, but a lot of the same rules that we've learned. I got started in YouTube in 2007, and I have a little presentation I made for you tonight that I'm going to be sharing all about what we're doing. Now you're probably wondering, well, what is SociSnap? Well, SociSnap is my latest edition of my latest software. I had this epiphany one day. I was actually in a bathtub. True story. I'm working on a book called The Bathtub Entrepreneur. I thought, what could be the most radical book that I could write? And I'm writing this book called The Bathtub Entrepreneur because I found that I get these great ideas when I'm just sitting there in the bathtub, but I want to jot them down and I don't have something like my phone handy. So what we did is I wanted to create a little button that I would just tap this little button and I could speak and it would automatically capture my words and translate them into text and save it for me. And then that was like the birthings of SociSnap, was when that thought came through. And then I had this thought, I realized I read a study about how the human brain processes spoken word differently than it does the written word. And because YouTube is a search engine, it is constantly wanting to find matches for relevant content. And keyword here is relevance. Relevance is sort of everything that I do in my channel is all about relevance. That's why we call the channel Tube Relevance. And we're really wanting to understand the algorithm, not because we want to game the algorithm, but because we want to harmonize with the algorithm. YouTube is our partner. That's the way we think of it. Now, I can help someone who has almost 1 million views get to like 2 or 3 million views. I don't really, to be very frank with you, a lot of my friends have way more traffic than I do on YouTube. I'm more behind the scenes kind of guy, but I can help you get to your first million without a lot of effort. And so that's what today's presentation is going to be about. So sit back, relax, watch, and then we're going to do some channel reviews. Some of you already are now. I want to acknowledge a few people who are here. Monica, thank you. And Florence says, I am new to YouTube and just learning. So as more people come on, please write in the chat, what level are you at? Where are you at with YouTube? How are things going with your YouTube channel? And we are live right now. So this is streaming. So let me start by reviewing my own channel, being the most devil's advocate here. I just updated my title image. So you should be able to see my screen right now. And I'm just checking another monitor here to see how we're doing. Yeah, and thank you all of you. And I can see the chat. What you write in chat, I can see in real time and I can respond to it in real time. There's a slight delay between when things show up here on the chat. Okay, so now I'm seeing myself. Okay, I'm still seeing myself there. Okay, yep, there we go. Perfectly, it just went live. Okay, so this is my channel. It is monetized. it is at all the baselines of what YouTube is looking for in a successful channel. My number one video has 2.4 million views. I uploaded it 8 years ago. And then I have been adding additional videos from that concert. And you can see if you go to your channel, and when we do a site review, I will go through your channel. You see where it says sort by in the, I'm going to bring up my laser pointer here. The first thing you want to do, absolutely the very, very first thing you want to do is you want to go to this thing that says sort by. I can actually turn that into a pen, and I'm going to take that pen and I'm going to circle it. Okay. You want to change that sort by to most popular. In other words, the one that has the most views is the best way to evaluate a channel. Okay. And you'll see that, look at this weird anomaly right here. 14,000 views, how to create an API key for Google custom search. That was my first foray into the how-to space. It's only 3 minutes long, got 14,000 views. All it did was explain a really simple thing. Make money online with the Builderall Funnel Club, has 9,000 views. Well, that's a video that I advertised. I put some money behind it. And then this is one of my oldest videos, setting up a mobile office. And all I did was change the thumbnail to bring it up. That was 7 years ago. So most of my most popular videos are fairly old. I'm getting hundreds and in some cases thousands of views on new videos, but the older videos have the most traction. Let's talk about this space right up here, which is called the channel graphic. So Vincent, if you're here, I'm going to allow you to talk. Vincent's live with us in our, Vincent, are you there? Are you on microphone? I'm just going to go through this presentation. My very first YouTube channel, I launched July 8th in 2007. My second YouTube channel, I launched September 6th in 2012. My third YouTube channel, I launched December 23rd in 2013. So what's your channel? Please put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat. Now, I'd like to give someone, if you guess the right answer, I will give you a free copy of my course, Tube Relevance, that I'm currently recording, the intermediate level. The basic level of Tube Relevance course, it sells for $100, and I will give that to you free simply by getting the right answer. So which channel do you think got the most views? Put a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat if you think it was the first channel that I got, the second channel they got, or the third channel that I got. Please put something in the chat so that I know that you're paying attention. And while you're thinking about that, I know maybe you don't know where the chat is. That's right below this video. You should be able to click it. Okay, I see a bunch of responses coming in here, but unfortunately, no one got it right. So we'll have another opportunity for you to vote. Yeah, it was not. It was not the third. The correct answer was the second channel. The second channel got 2.918 million views. Why? Why did it achieve that? Did I do a lot of work, as a lot of YouTube experts are recommending? Did I put in a lot of effort? Did I optimize all of my videos? Did I even know what I was doing? No. I uploaded a few videos and I basically forgot about the channel. And years later, I reverse engineered my first 1,000,000 views and made a course about it. The turning point for me was the software called Search Triggers. In 2012, I launched an SEO tool for blogging. Had nothing to do with YouTube. It was because I saw one of my blog posts go from 10 views to 1,000 views a day, actual people visiting my blog, and I wanted to reverse engineer my results. So one day I had an idea. I thought, what if I just tweak the title of one of my videos with the software that I used for my clients in search, Google search, with search triggers? And here's what happened. Wednesday, May 24th, 2017 is when I had this idea. It's crazy because it took me 5 years after making the software to all of a sudden think that it would help me with YouTube. I was kind of a slow learner. And as you can see, my channel traffic was pretty much flatline. Right? I was getting some traffic, but then all of a sudden I used search triggers and I leaped up to 12,000 views in one day. So years later, I had another idea. And you might have figured this out by now. I'm a software developer. I'm not really a YouTuber. I don't really go out there and make videos all the time like other YouTubers do. I work with other YouTubers. I hang out with people like Scott. He makes lots of really cool, engaging videos. And then I work behind the scenes and tweak his numbers. So I had this idea. What if I tweak the title again, but this time with italics and bold in the title, and I added some emojis? And so even though I got all those views, I reached a whole new normal, right? I used my software SociSnap. And then September 1st, 2020, I applied my software SociSnap to my number one video on my YouTube channel, and I got a spike of 11,000 views in one day. 11,795 views. So there are 3 tools. I made 2 of them. SociSnap is my newest software. We update it every single week. That's where all of our wind is behind that arrow. But I really want to bring back search triggers. And the reason I brought in Scott is he was asking me today, hey, Vic, I saw you upgraded search triggers to version 4.0 now. What's different about it? How could I use it for YouTube? And I helped optimize one of his videos. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I got other people together and I did a quick live stream and helped you with your channel? And finally, I use Tubebuddy. I like Tubebuddy because it gives me all of the basic things that I forget to do, like end screens, info cards. It's kind of like a reminder of all the things I need to do. It also has some SEO in there, but I find that search triggers definitely really crushes it with SEO. And of course, SociSnap. So let me ask you here, if you're with us live, which do you prefer? The Left side or the right side? Do you like the pow or the boring? Well, that's what I did. And this is actually a post from LinkedIn. Tired of low engagement? Want to stop people from scrolling by your content? Me too. That's why I created this for you. I can't believe someone else didn't think of this before. And as you can see, the same text on the right-hand side. Say, Lemuel. Welcome, Lemuel. Good to see you. So it's your turn. It's your turn. Let me know your channel ID in the chat. And we're going to start with some people here who are live with us in SociSnap. So we have a few SociSnap members that are joining us live in the Zoom. And if you are a member of SociSnap, you want to get the Zoom link by logging into the SociSnap back office, going to socisnap.com and click the login button. And then you'll see a button right in there to get directly into the Zoom. And that will get you directly into a conversation with me if you would like. If not, that's no problem. So we're going to move also into Super Chat. A lot of my friends are doing Super Chat. I contributed to one of my friends' channels the other day. I learned a lot myself, and I just wanted to give back. The way Super Chat works is in the chat, you'll see this little smiley face, and you'll see the little $ icon. I'm going to bring up my laser pointer and show it to you right here. Right over here, when you click on that, you can show support. If you've learned something, you can do a super sticker, which is like a tip. A super chat sends a highlighted message that gets my attention, like a question or your YouTube channel. It automatically will feature your ID so I can bring you out and look at your channel. I can give you a channel review. And then this next slide goes into it. This is an actual screenshot of a chat where I did make a contribution. We recommend $20, $50, or $100 to have a full, thorough chat review of your website. And this is the way that we make money on this channel. And so if some of you would like to contribute something, I will review your channel and do some SEO, any of the tools that we have available. If not, that's fine. I'll just go in and I'll review Scott's channel. Take your live streaming to the next level with Super Chat. That's what Super Chat is. And it's really super simple. It's a revenue sharing agreement that we have with YouTube. And it really, really helps the engagement of allowing people to contribute back to the channel. And it also helps us with the growth of the channel, because think about it this way. You're not just paying Vic, you're also contributing back to YouTube for providing these features. So I love Super Chat, and I want to help all of you get to the level of relationship with partnership on YouTube so that you will be eligible for Super Chat. So let's go into some of the things that I look for first. I'm first going to go into channel art. This is the channel art for our channel, Tube Relevance. We just made it today, and I'm going to explain to you what this picture means to me and why we chose this as channel art. First of all, you have to recognize that this middle section right in here is all that people will see if they're on a laptop. As evidenced like this. This is what the channel art looks like, but you have to make it available for mobile devices. I'm going to erase that right now. You also have to make it available for desktops and televisions. And so I wanted to give emphasis to this middle section, and you can see the subtle word clarity behind there. That's one from one of my most recent videos. So you'll see that there's lots and lots of thumbnails that show up at the top of your channel, but so many YouTubers give a lot of emphasis on the channel art and the thumbnails. Most people don't see the channel art unless they're actually visiting your channel to decide if they want to subscribe to it. Most people will get a notification on their phone or on their desktop that you're live and that you actually want to participate with them. Thumbnails, in my opinion, are the most important. Does anyone want to guess what is the number one reason we see this video doing so well? It's because of one specific element of this channel. And if you get the right answer in the chat, I'm going to give you a link to my course, to Relevance, that we're recording right now. Please write something in the chat. Let me know. We're going to be giving away another gift tonight of the course. If you have a thumbnail, what element of the thumbnail, what is it that people like about this thumbnail? Why is this thumbnail working so good? Going once, going twice. Okay, no one got it right. I'm going to draw with my pen. It's this girl right here. And the wall of women and the comments about how many people look like they're having a great time. It's the background. It's the background of all the people dancing and having such a great time that causes this video to rank even higher than most of the Doobie's own videos. Even though the sound isn't as good as some of their videos, it has heart, it has energy, it has juice. So Florence said it's the instruments, it's not the full band. No, it's the backdrop. It's the backdrop. It's the background. Specifically, we have the most comments about this girl, which happens to be Tommy Johnston's daughter. Tommy Johnston is the singer, and this is his daughter, I believe. And she's dancing and having a great time behind the band. Let's talk about titles. I showed you by adding these bolds to my title right here. I'm going to give you a few secrets here tonight. Benefit and concert were the search terms that caused us to get to the first 50,000 views on this video. But we were already ranking for benefit and concert. We're still ranking for benefit and concert. However, and the word video is a negligible term. So if you're using a tool like Tubebuddy, you figure out what keywords you want to target. What you can do with SociSnap is you can turn these words into symbols, okay? And literally remove them from the SEO of the page. We're still ranking #1 for Doobie Brothers Benefit Concert. We're still ranking for Doobie Brothers Benefit Video. We're ranking #1 for many, many different terms. The key, my friends, is we wanted to rank for the name of the song itself. Because of that, we wanted to remove the words over time that got us to where we were. And that, we believe, is what caused the spike. So it's just as important what words you have in your title that you show as, let me say that a different way. It's just as important to have symbols and words in your title that you are not intending to rank in search results as the words that you want to rank in search results, as evidenced by the spikes. Also, the description is very, very important. We saw an increase in our subscriber count when we made the descriptions substantially more. Like, we borrowed this from another successful musician's website, and we used the italics and the bolds and the likes in the footer right there. But notice, I wanted to keep this statement very, very pure. And so we're not using any of the emojis. Let me explain that. This thumbs up is an emoji. Well, as it turns out, this bold version of like is also an emoji. To encourage is also an emoji. Subscribe is also an emoji. It appears visually, but it's not the same as text. These are emphasis words. These are words that we want to give emphasis to. Does that make sense? Are you with me still? So that's the end of our slideshow for tonight. I'm just going to bring back up my screen. And let's play around inside of our YouTube channel. And let's start with Scott's YouTube channel. And I'm going to do a channel review of Scott since he was here. And let's bring this up. So Scott has just started a brand new channel. He has other channels that have substantially more views, but I just wanted to comment about this brand new channel. Things I like about it. I like that his face is right here prominently. But as you can see, easily create an automa. It's being cut off, right? If I maybe zoom out a little bit, it's still being cut off. Even if I zoom all the way out, right? What I would do is you want to use the safe area on your channel graphic that allows you to see everything in your channel. Now he's got a great video right here. So I'm going to play for you. He's got really, really great content. He's speaking. Let's see if he has captions. Okay, he does not have captions. So it's really, really important that you have captions, because as you can see, he's using SociSnap, which is great. Go in here down below. So he's using SociSnap for the bolds in the description. Become an Instagram and Facebook ads expert in one video from start to finish. How to make video ads for Instagram. Simplify Shopify drop shipping. But see, as he has only 2 views and 0. So the unfortunate reality of YouTube today is when you start a brand new channel, even if you have a seasoned channel, you've got to do quite a bit of your own promotion for your videos to be seen and recognized and acknowledged. So when you look at someone like this who has a 99,000 views, okay, he has a lot of subscribers already, and they also put a lot of emphasis on emailing their subscribers. Without exception, Every single successful marketer I know doesn't rely solely on YouTube to get their traffic. They have other methods like building their email list and Facebook ads to drive traffic to their channels. So he's got great content. And I think with a little bit of tweaking, it would be good. He's done the right thing right here. So free live class from group. So he has a direct link to his Facebook group, which is where he's going to be driving stuff in here. As you can see, he has 10 million in sales from his store. He is an expert. He definitely knows what he's doing. And he's the kind of person that when we work together, we can certainly make money. But he just launched his channel this morning, so I wouldn't expect a lot of growth because it's, you know, he's already gotten like 42 views. Actually, no, he launched his channel a year ago, but he uploaded this new video 2 hours ago. So does anyone else have a seasoned channel that I could do a review of? Hey, thank you, Money Online Simple. I appreciate what you're doing here. Let me do a search for you. Anyway, my bottom line with Scott is keep going. What I would do is put your face right here because you want to, you want to have your icon be your face. And then you want to increase this subscriber count. The key here is you want to add in /REL equals 0. Okay. Actually, no, not REL equals 0. That's a different command. _confirmation equals 1. Copy and paste this link. Turn that into a bit.ly link. Email it to all of your subscribers, and you'll see what happens here. I'm already subscribed, so I'm going to unsubscribe from his channel. But look what happens if he emails this to all of his subscribers, it automatically pre-fills confirm channel subscription. And then they can click subscribe. And then what he needs to do is persuade everybody to click this bell notification and then all. Okay, bell notification and then all. Okay, that's what you want to do. He may not be eligible for all. For some reason, when I click it, it's not available. When I go to other people's, you can actually click that. So if you go, for example, if you go right now to Tube Relevance and you click this little bell and you click all, oh yeah, I'm already subscribed to all. That's good. All right, that's good. But he has a lot of charisma. He's really, really good on camera. And just a great all-around guy. He's going to be really, really successful on YouTube. Money Online Simple. Let me take a look at your channel. Okay. When I type in your channel name, I need to have it show up, right? So if that means you don't have your SEO done right. So if I type in Money Online Simple, you might want to rename your channel to something else that's more easily findable. So like if you type in Tube Relevance, you'll see it's very prominent right here, okay? We are a very small channel compared to a lot of my friends, but I really would love to see if I could help you guys get to that first level. So let's see. Let me look at Lemuel's channel, who's here. Lemuel. Okay, this is Lemuel's channel. He has 3 subscribers and 7 videos. So this is what it looks like. You don't have any channel art. You don't have any videos, really. I see some that were done. You have 1 view, 5 views, 13 views, 53 views. If I do sort by most popular, you'll see this one right here is Just Love by Lemuel and Angela, made with filmmaker Play Store Google Apps. Okay, so your total channel has 122 views and 12 subscribers. Your first milestone, Lemuel, is to get to 100. And what I recommend you do at this stage, email your list with that little trick. So what you do is you go over here to your channel, you go to your home, and you add on $sub_confirmation=1. Email your list, have friends email that link out, and get more subscribers. You've got to get your first 100. Florence. Okay, that's Florence. This is your story. 5 videos. So I like that you have a nice picture right here. I would get rid of the, I like this picture better. I would get a yellow background and I would put a prominent, if you have something yellow behind, it's going to pop, especially because that seems to be your branding. So if I click subscribe, then I click this and I go to all, you see how the little bell notification came on right there? Okay. Now, if I go into your channel, okay, you have 1 subscriber, me. I'm your first subscriber, Lawrence. Florence. Again, right now you see this UCX blah, 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 blah. What you need to do is you go in here, sub_confirmation=1. Is what you want to do. That's so important. I'm gonna go make a slide on it so you all have that. Okay, anybody else? I'm gonna go, I just made the slide for you. So that's what it is. You go find your channel name, go find your own YouTube channel, click on my channel, and then add this /? Or just a question mark, sub_confirmation=1. Okay. Email every single subscriber you have on your email list that link, and get to your first 100 subscribers. Hey, Alicia, good to see you. Alicia just joined us. Alicia. Okay, so this is she. And what I'm teaching here today is what you need to do to persuade your subscribers. So here she has 547 subscribers and 309 videos. And on this channel, she has 76 subscribers and 42 videos. What you need to do, Alicia, is email your list and then tack on this $sub underscore confirmation equals 1 and have more people subscribe to your channel. And you want to shoot a little simple video like this one where you tell people to find you by your name, click subscribe, click the little bell, and click all. If they don't click all, then very few videos will ever be notified to them. This is a huge secret. Most people don't know about it. They don't teach it. They just say, oh, subscribe to my channel. Well, let's suppose the person is watching the news and they're watching about some sort of controversy that's happening. If your video is not about the news and not about that same controversy, they won't show your video to your subscribers because by default, it's called personalized, right? So if most people are watching gaming videos or they're watching music videos or they're just sitting around hanging out watching fun cat videos, if you don't have cat videos and you're wondering why your 547 subscribers aren't getting notified, what ends up happening is maybe 4 or 5 of them will ever see your video, and that's why you don't have many views. And there's no workaround. There's no real automated way of doing it. You literally have to ask every single subscriber to click the bell notification and go to all. If they click the bell notification without hovering their mouse and going to all, it's also going to default to personalized. YouTube does that intentionally so that bots cannot fool it. That's the only reason they made it so hard. It's such a huge secret. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your videos and I'm going to go sort by most popular. And you can see she's been on, there she is with her cat. I hate my boss. See what I'm going to do about it. Let me zoom out a little bit here. I don't know why it's not showing me your view count. Oh, because it's a live stream. And this was a Hangouts on air and they don't tell you your views. That's bizarre. I guess Google Plus didn't give that information. But this view did pretty well. Stay-at-home mom finds success online, online business success. This is by far your best video. And you see you've got nice description, nice stuff in here. What I would recommend we do, you see you've got your tags right here. And what I see is, let's pop on over to, Alicia, can you reach out to me on Skype and maybe come on audio with me? I'm just going to send you a quick Skype message and see if I can get you into the live audio where the rest of our students are. Okay, well, let's just watch this video for a few seconds.
Hi there, it's Alicia Stringer here.
Actually, let me share the screen, share the sound.
And I am out here in Orlando, Florida, masterminding with the leaders. And I want to tell you that I'm the mom at home and really kind of living the life that I really want to live, being at home with my daughter. And I know there are so many other moms out there that really would like to stay home with their daughters and our kids, you know, and also maybe they're just working too hard.
Yeah, Alicia, if you're still there, write something in the chat. I'll give you the Zoom link where you can participate. So the first thing I see here is that we don't have captions. So like, let me play you one of the videos I just recently made. Well, I'll put some links in the chat so some of you can join us. Here's one of my newest videos I'm just starting to promote. Take a look.
Sikis, 40% less sugar and more protein than the leading Greek yogurt.
Charisma, simply said, is the combination of experience coupled with humility, coupled with clarity. Charisma is simply experience. You can't fake it, right? You got to have experience, right? So if you're a surfer, you got to have to actually get in the water. If you're a piano player, you actually have to sit down at the keys. If you want to make videos on YouTube, you got to sit down and shoot videos. Sometimes you might just be authentic and just hang out and share from your heart, like this video. So experience is number one. The number two thing about charisma for me would be humility. And that's a tough one, especially when you have experience, because, you know, the world gets really small and, you know, it's like, I still remember the day when I was having cocktails with Chad Hurley in Hollywood when he was just about to sell to Google. That was like a historic day for me because they were sitting around and talking about how YouTube was going to change the world. You know, when you've been there and you've experienced that, it's sometimes tough to be humble. And you have to always remember, you know what? No one cares about what you've been or where you've been or who you know or any of that stuff. They care about who you are right now and how are you going to help them. So that's number two, is humility.
for just $67.
Okay, I'm just bringing in my next guest who will be joining us in a few moments. So let me put this Zoom link in so that you can access the room. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll play you another video from our channel. It's a music video. And if you have any questions or anything, a bunch of you are joining late. We're going to be ending the live stream fairly soon. So I just want to make sure that you... This is actually my friend's product. Watch this ad. It's a pretty good ad, actually.
You can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software. With Doodle, you drag.
Yeah, my friend Matt made this product, and I'll show you a couple of tricks about understanding advertising, which we're going to talk about next. If I click Open Ad, there's a button up here called Bookmark Ad and Open Ad. If you see these buttons, I'm not sure if you can or not, depending upon your relationship with Google and YouTube, but I like to open the ad. See, a lot of people
for just $67. You can.
He's had 11 million views, and the video is unlisted, which means that he is putting money behind these views. Okay. So I'm going to play for you the ad and take a look at how good this ad is. A lot of you are shy about making videos, and I understand that. Inside of our course at Tube Relevance, let me just show you Tube Relevance real quick so you can understand the course and what I'm up to, okay? And why I'm putting it the way I'm putting it together. So right now, this is our SociSnap dashboard. And directly here on the left-hand side, if you've purchased the Tube Relevance upgrade, you go to Tube Relevance Basics right in here. And you see there's 16 videos. How to generate your first million views without a lot of effort, tapping into 2 billion people, thumbnails, discovering high traffic keywords. These are all the keys that you want to start doing to get to that first milestone, okay? You'll see right below here in the tools section, we're recommending Doodle, okay? And you can click this button that says learn more, and you will actually access Doodle's website. And we would love for you to do that, because if your videos are not attracting the type of attention you want, then that is exactly one of the challenges you have, because let's face it, just the talking head on YouTube is boring. So let's look at his video and look at why. Obviously, if he spent, on average, I'd say it's about $10 per million. So if you figure how much money he spent to get these number of views, I'm actually going to bring that up as a calculator. That is, excuse me, $10 per thousand. So that would be 10,000 per million. So he spent about $110,000 on this ad. So let's look at what a $110,000 ad would look like while I put the link so more of you can participate. Just if you have a YouTube channel, just please put your YouTube channel in the chat.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software. With Doodle, you drag, you drop, you tweak some settings, and boom, video done. It'll take you just a few minutes. So, let's hear from the Doodle creator, Brad, to see why Doodle is so easy to use and why you should grab this offer right now.
Hi, I'm Brad Callen, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create Doodle videos, just like the one you're watching right now, using Doodle, our drag and drop Doodle software that allows anyone, regardless of tech skills, to create highly engaging professional Doodle videos in a matter of minutes. Because Doodle videos are fun and engaging, they can get you more clicks, likes, shares, and most importantly sales than any other type of video. Which is why Doodle is now the video tool of choice for over 150,000 businesses all over the world in virtually every industry and profession that you can imagine. Doodle videos are perfect for marketing, teaching, fundraising, personal use, and even inspiring others. After all, one of the keys to a successful video is to capture your audience's attention and keep it for an extended period of time. And since you're still watching this video, you already know how great Doodle videos are at doing just that. Not only are Doodle videos incredibly captivating, but research shows that they massively boost learning and memory retention. As a result, viewers really absorb your message, making your videos that much more impactful. And even better, Doodle videos can make complex or boring subjects fun and easy to understand. So let me quickly show you how simple and easy Doodle makes it to create an interesting professional video. Alright, here I am inside the Doodle software, which is available for Mac and PC. You'll notice that you can choose the style of your video, selecting from whiteboard, blackboard, greenboard, glassboard, and for more advanced users, you can even use a green screen background, giving you lots of control over the video style. In this example, let's create a nice looking whiteboard Doodle video. You'll notice that Doodle makes it super easy to create your own Doodle videos with done-for-you scenes, hundreds of characters, a huge selection of props and images, royalty-free music, and even text. And for the ultimate in customization, you can even upload your own images, fonts, props, and music. Now to create a Doodle video, it's really simple. First, I'll add a headline to get people's attention, then center it before adding a character. I like this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a prop too. I'll resize everything and voila, we have Steve reading a book on his chair. For the next slide, I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of adding a character or prop, I'm going to use one of Doodle's super convenient done-for-you scenes. So I'm going to simply drag and drop the scene I want right into my video. As you can see, Doodle is so easy to use that anyone can make Doodle videos, even if they have zero tech or design skills. If you can click or drag your mouse, you can create a professional Doodle video in a matter of minutes. Not only is creating a Doodle video that simple, but we also have a bunch of really cool settings available too. Doodle allows you to customize your video with real hands, cartoon hands, or none at all, seeing transitions with even camera panning, and our Smart Erase mode to provide the realistic feel that you're looking for. And with just a couple of mouse clicks, you can also easily switch between different Doodle video types at any moment. I'll change the Doodle video I just created from whiteboard to blackboard in less than 5 seconds. Plus, you can even record a voiceover directly inside Doodle or add background music by simply choosing from our huge royalty-free music library. And of course, you have the option of uploading your own audio and image files as well. You can also select how long it takes the hand to draw something, so scenes, characters, and props are timed perfectly to your voiceover, should you choose to use one. Oh, and one more thing. When you upload your own image, using our enhanced Doodle Draw technology, you can make cool draw paths like this to teach Doodle exactly how you want to draw your imported images. And when you're done, you can preview your video before exporting it to a variety of formats, sizes, and qualities right to your computer, and you're ready to go. As you can see, Doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments you can make in your business. And that's especially true right now. The going rate for professional Doodle video creation is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to have someone make a video similar to the one that I just showed you. But with Doodle, anyone can create a Doodle video regardless of tech skills and experience, meaning you can make dozens of Doodle videos without paying ridiculously high fees to professional design firms. If you were to visit the Doodle.com homepage right now, you'd see the regular price for Doodle is an ongoing monthly payment, which adds up to $468 per year. But
I just wanted you to see what a good example of a great ad is. If you actually look at it, he launched this January 20th of this year, and he's already had 11 million views on it, and they're all paid. That just gives you the magnitude of how much reach you have if you're willing to spend the money. Now, he's got a really great product. He and I have chatted quite a bit. We are incorporating his product inside of our Tube Relevance training because we think that's really critical for a lot of people to make really entertaining videos. Good to see you, Darla. Nice to see you again. I just need your channel name and we can go in there and I can give you guys some tips and strategies to improve your channel. So let's take, I mean, I could review Doodley's channel. Let's take a look at them. If you do a search on YouTube for Doodley. Okay. You can see there's mostly reviews by other people. Okay. Also affiliates that are promoting it. So I'm just going to go back to the original video.
Since you've landed on this promotion page, you can get your copy of Doodle.
Okay. And when you see, take a look at, he's doing a lot of things right. Okay. So this channel art, it's telling a story from left to right. So he's basically demonstrating the product. He's got the brand right here. He tells you what it is, and it shows you right there. Now his links are to go to Facebook. It goes to his app page. And then if we go to the second link, it goes to the homepage where they sell it. Okay, so I'm going to subscribe and I'm going to click the little bell notification for all. And we will make it happen. So that way, every time he releases a new video, it's there. Let's go the same thing that I taught you earlier. We'll do that with his channel. We're going to go and click videos. And we're going to click sort by most popular. And as you can see on the organic side, even though he had 11 million views because he paid for the ads, this is his number one
In this video,
organic.
I'm going to go over the new.
And that was November 12th, 2019. And it's a tutorial how-to video with zoom and pan FX, right? So making tutorial videos is one of the best ways to start getting your channel out there. Okay, does anybody who's in the live chat have a YouTube channel? I just need your name. I will search for it. Okay, well. Okay, thank you. There we go. DJ Can 0317. Let's take a look at your channel. That did not work. So how do you find your channel? Maybe some of you don't even know how to find your channel. Okay, so what you need to do is you go over here to your Google account. And you click where it says your channel. And then you grab this link and paste that in the chat. Okay. And then if the sub confirmation equals 1, you see how that works. Zero 3. Okay, let's do a search for 03. Okay, so you're not relevant. Okay, so you have to be careful because your branding and how you're putting yourself out there. I can look for D. Cantrell, and you see, again, you're not being seen anywhere. Florence asks, what advice can you give on my channel art? I would, if you only have 1 subscriber, you really don't want to be putting yourself out there as a coach. Right? When let's, for example, I would adopt a more humble approach, saying, I'm just learning. I think there's way too many words right here. I think this is great that you made the turn notification on and subscribe. This part where it says click here to visit my website, I would get rid of that. It looks like you're just getting started. So what I would do is I'm just capturing the entire feeling of it. You have 1 subscriber, and that's me, Florence. Darla, maybe you can just do what I asked. Go over to the upper right-hand corner of your browser, click on your channel, and then copy the link. That's it. Go here, go to your channel, then copy the link. Okay, so let me speak to Florence, because let me watch your video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Florence, florencetracker.com, and if you are new to my channel, you are welcome. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my journey, how it all started for me to be here today. So, in 2008, I moved from Ghana to here, and within 6 months of being here, I found a job at a retail. So I've been doing that since. But in 2 weeks into my being here in the country, I decided to go to school, to further my education. So I started going to a community college to get my degree.
Okay, so you've got the captions, you're speaking very clearly. Let me just go and follow the process. We're going to go by most popular. the affiliate marketing mindset.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share 2 tips for affiliate marketing beginners or newbies. And my name is Florence Straka, and let's dive right in. First thing I want to share is mindset. When you come into this business, you need to have a goal or where you want to take this business to. Is it going to be a full-time job for you? Is it going to be a side job? Is it something you just want to do for fun? Because having those mindsets and the goals, that's going to show you which direction you want to go. And for me, when I started, I was very lucky to find something that really walked me through the process. So that is one thing. You have to have a good mindset before you get into this business. And the second tips that I want to put out there is you need to have a program. You need to have the right program that will walk you through this process. And as I'm talking now with my own experience, I was very lucky to find a program that teaches me everything there is about affiliate marketing, you know, and you come to realize there is so many pieces that goes into this business to make it work. It's not just like coming in and go to ClickBank, go to JVZoo to get the products and promote and make money. It's not like that. It takes a lot of consistency, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of strength to put in to make it work. And when I noticed, when I realized everything that goes in, that was something that jumped out to me. And I want to share this with any new beginner that want to start their journey and have a good result, that it's not that easy. You need a process, you need a program. And I'm going to leave a link below this video that you can check out and see if this program is right for you, because without this program, I wouldn't be.
So I'm clicking that link below the video. Okay, well, the thing that I see here is that you're asking for people to join your business before you've given them any reason why. This channel is more of an affirmation of your own journey and your own process, which is fine, but this is like any number of millions of other channels out there. What I would do is stop all links, stop all the requests for people to take action, and just make videos that teach people what you're actually learning. Because see, if you're doing tips and strategies for beginner entrepreneurs, what you need to do is have something or one thing that actually works, and then you just talk about that without the pitch. You see, like when I see a capture page says, yes, show me the shortcut, it's too soon. It comes across as needy, and you can do that once you have 4,000 subscribers and millions of views. But until you have that, you don't want to be putting your expertise out there. So like I'm on my channel, I'm very clear that I'm not at the 100,000 subscriber mark. I'm not at the 500,000 subscriber mark. There are plenty of my friends that are doing way better than me. Most of them are engaging with advertising rather than seeking to promote their business. And I know that's really tough because you want to make money, right? But the free route on YouTube is not to go make videos and then have them join your business. That's never worked in my experience. What has worked is where you find one thing that you like, a hobby that you like, something that you do better than anybody else. Like on Monday, I was saying that what you need to do, let me come back on camera here. On Monday, what I was saying is that you need to figure out what is it that you do better than anybody else, but not what you think. You want someone close to you to say, you know what, Florence, you do this better than anyone else. This is what you do better than anyone else. And then you start making videos like that. And so Peter told me that what I do better than anyone else is I know how to drill things down to figure out that one tiny little twist, that one tiny little moment that you are going to have that 1% increase, that 2% increase, that 3% increase. Your channel is not in motion yet. You're kind of like, you don't have a bicycle yet. And yet you're trying to ask people for money before you've given them anything. And I see this happening. I mean, this is what everyone is trying to do on YouTube. YouTube's algorithm, I think, is specifically designed to prevent your videos from even getting out there if that's what you're doing. I can bring up one of my videos and show you an example of a super simple video that worked because it did not promote anything. So let me go into my YouTube studio and I'll bring up an example for you. This I did September 11th, 2020. It got 5,000 views and 54.8 likes. I saw a similar video and I just copied their format, but I made it better. So watch this. Fix DPC watchdog violation in 1 minute. Windows 10, how to fix. Okay. 1 minute. Now, one of the reasons why I got some likes on it is because I also wrote things in the description, and I put my own music behind it. I saw someone else had almost the exact same video. So I just made a better version of an already popular video. And I was focusing my text on here. And then right here, I put the update at the bottom. I'm just going to go back up to the top. And I'm going to put the update up here at the top, because I did actually solve this DPC watchdog violation, and I found the answer to it. So someone needs to do the first step in the video, which is answered in 1 minute. And then after that, they can read the text below it and have it all be done, right? And then I have a playlist called How to Fix. But you see, I think your video, the tone of voice, Florence, in your video was join my business, rather than, hey, here's what I learned in my business. Let me teach you something. You see that? You see the subtle distinction? You're not asking people to join your business. You're focusing on teaching them what you've learned and what's working. So that's the best advice I can give you there. Okay, anybody else want to chime in? If you know me personally in Skype or Facebook, please reach out to me there and I can get you into the Zoom meeting, because we are still live right now. What I'm going to do here for now is I did an event yesterday, and I'm going to play the replay of that event for you because it covers a lot of the techniques and topics that we covered and maybe we'll go back to channel reviews in a minute here. I can interact with you guys. Let me count down. We'll do it our traditional way. Are everybody ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Wow. I'm so happy. My book just arrived. Thank you. This is the YouTube formula from Wiley Publishing. Just arrived in the mail. If you remember earlier, I was speaking about someone who I am studying with. He is responsible for generating more than 60 billion views on YouTube. Great guy. Met him on the Marketer's Cruise. Daryl is his name. And you can actually look up the audio. Daryl Eves. See, it's spelled D-E-R-R-A-L. Eves. Daryl Eves. Excuse me. And his website is ytformula.com. ytformula.com. And I pre-ordered the book a couple of weeks ago, and it just arrived. And so I'm going to be teaching from this textbook in future live streams. But this is all about the algorithm, okay? This is, and it's with a major publisher, Wiley Press. So a lot of you who are struggling with a lot of this mindset stuff, Daryl was on yesterday for 12 hours on a live stream. So that's kind of what inspired me to put the live stream together today, because I said, you know what? Even though I'm 1% of his reach on YouTube, I believe I can help people get to that first milestone where this book will really start to take its course. So this is the result of a life's work. It's a legacy book. So I highly recommend you pick it up, and I'm going to read it tonight and I'll be ready to be training on it tomorrow. We're going to have a live stream again tomorrow at the exact same location. So you want to make sure that you subscribe and that you participate. We're going to go live with the exact same method tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And really, really excited. I'm going to go play the replay from yesterday. So let's go. Thank you all for coming out tonight. And if you'd like to become a member, this live stream will be added to the members area. And then we will be taking an edited version of this and making it available on our channel. So please subscribe and click the bell notification. And this is our event from last night. Hit it. Hey, what's up, everyone? Vic here with SociSnap and Intentional Mentoring. My business partner, Peter Wolfing, live from New York City. We will be talking tonight about YouTube, email, reminders, and watching how we do marketing over the shoulder. I did something different because I realized a lot of our calls go on way too long. And I thought, you know what if I recorded my screen as I'm doing my marketing? And then I did sections of it where I sped it up 10 times normal speed so you don't get bored. And I did not record any audio. So I have about a 15-minute video that I've recorded of you watching me over my shoulder, exactly what I do. I'm going to narrate it live before you. And then we're also going to be talking about YouTube. This is what I do with SociSnap, our social media editor. I'm going to be talking about the importance of voice transcription. We're going to be talking about the importance of really how to use the YouTube algorithm in the way that most people are not. Even the gurus that are writing books and selling courses don't really understand YouTube. What they're doing is they're taking their marketing mindset and projecting it onto YouTube and saying, this is the truth. And I'm telling you, they're still dealing with the effect. It's not the cause. Someone said the other day that it's all about entertainment and charisma. If you don't have charisma, you're never going to be successful on YouTube. And I objected. I said, well, there's plenty of videos, millions of them, even with millions of views. Myself, I made a video that's just a how-to video called How to Stop the DPC Watchdog, Blue Screen of Death, ways to tips and strategies to avoid that. There is actually no spoken word in the video at all. It's just music. It's 60 seconds long, and I got 30,000 views on it. So if you can solve a problem very succinctly and quickly for people, you'll get views. The problem is most of you are wanting to make videos about things that you're interested in rather than what the public is interested in. Do you know what the public is interested in right now? How to tie a tie, how to fix a Rubik's Cube, and what shows should I watch on Netflix? That's what they're concerned about. So you're coming out with this highfalutin network marketing, affiliate marketing, biz ops stuff, and they pursue other things and they stop watching your content. Whereas if you deal with some simple idea like politics, like everybody these days is all about politics. Concurrently with this broadcast, there's someone right at the same time slot as us. He has a show. I watch it sometimes. 500 people are watching him live on YouTube. 500 people. And they do these things called super chat. What is super chat? We're going to talk about that too. Before I get into all the details, I want to introduce my business partner, Peter Wolfing in New York City. Could you talk a little bit about intentional mentoring and what inspired you to create this format of teaching and education? Back to you.
Hey, thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. Part of that was through Starfleet. Starfleet. Oh, now, on a serious note, you got to laugh sometimes. You can't take everything so seriously. Yeah, I mean, me and also Victor have really been teachers at heart, and we wanted to be able to teach people what we knew and what we've been able to accumulate over 30 years apiece, 60 years combined, via this wonderful medium we call the internet. And we do things very similarly. He does more affiliate marketing, I do more network marketing, but they have a tremendous amount of similarities to it, with a few nuances here and there. And we found that we combine really well together because we both do different things that the other one doesn't like to do. So we do really well together, and I think we have a lot of things in common. So with intentional mentoring and my experience in network marketing, I decided that I wanted to be able to speed other people along and not just myself, and pass along this knowledge to other people. And when I started this through a few of my websites, there was a big gap between people getting started and sponsors that were helping them and people that didn't have any help. So there was kind of this middle ground of a void that people just I didn't know what to do. My sponsor's not helping me or whatever, that type of thing. So we wanted to fill that middle ground with a group type of training. So this way we could get people from point A to point B, because most people don't even get to point B where they're making anything in the business and they just quit. And that's something that I want to try to avoid, because this industry is so great. So there's a saying from Eric Worre, basically said that if you can get someone to even earn $1, they're going to stay a lot more, 2 or 3 times more than they would normally, to be able to get that traction in the business. So we wanted to try to be able to do that through the entrepreneurship calls on Monday. Tuesday nights is the tactical. Thursday nights is more of a deep dive type of call. And I think we've really accomplished a lot of that. I think Vic and I have done countless numbers of calls and Zooms over the past year or two. So we enjoy doing that and helping people. And I think you said just the other day, Vic, one of our greatest things is to have testimonials from people saying that they were successful and they learned something. So we love when people do that and they actually apply the different things that we teach. So that's intentional mentoring. If you are not a member, you can find out about it through a link that we'll share here, or perhaps go in your back office if you're one of members of my programs. Go to products and then go to mentorship, and you can join there. So back to you, Vic.
Thank you, Peter. So I just released a video today, the full-length version of what is charisma, and then there's actually another addendum that's going to be going deep into charisma and music. But I wanted to play that clip and then have a little conversation before I go into the formal training. While this clip is playing, I'm going to send out some reminders to people that were here, and you're going to see the room fill up. So, but before I get to even that, I want to ask you the question, and maybe we could turn this into a singular soundbite. The context of this.
Wow.
The context of this.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm very grateful. This is great. My pen
Well, you're my
roll.
guest, so I'm really grateful that you can come here and share your wisdom.
Excellent.
Something you'll learn is that your wisdom is important because the way you listen will actually change the words that I speak, right? So you being here adds a certain flavor to a conversation that I've been wanting to have for quite some time. So just to show you here, are you seeing my screen?
Yep.
Right, if you ever want to do any kind of search, you always have to use a private window, otherwise it's going to take your history from the previous existence.
Okay.
That makes sense? So I'm now going to go to YouTube. They have no idea who I am. I'm not, if I signed in, if I went to YouTube regularly, all these videos would be personalized to my own video. So now I'm going to type in Doobie Brothers Listen to the Music Live. And you'll see my video is right here. Okay, 2.4 million views. And you'll see there's an emoji right here. And look at that. The word video is in italics. The word benefit and the word concert is in bold and italics. Well,
Hey.
you see how it stands out from all the other videos,
Yep.
right? Doobie Brothers' own video, 174,000 views, 639,000 views, 880,000 views,
Wow.
849. Live at the Wolf Trap, which is put on by a very big production company called Ego Rock, only has 2 million views. I've got 2.4 million views. And I'm just a dude. This is a bootleg. Let me
That's
play
brilliant.
for you.
Yeah.
That face that is usually covered by her phone has finally made an appearance.
Okay, now watch this. This is important.
Okay.
This is an ad for VRBO. So what I can do is I can go here and click Stats for Nerds, right? And I can grab the video code and things like that. I can also do copy debug info. And then what ends up happening is I can save that and identify, this is the code. I'm going to tell you the secret. You're going to stick around here. But the code right here, I'm trying to find it right here. It's called add content V. You see that right there? Add content V.
Yeah.
This is the code for that advertisement. So now if I want to look at the advertisement and study how they made that advertisement, I now have, oh, excuse me, that's my video code. So I actually have to find the ad code. So that's my video code. This is their video code. Okay,
That
see that
face.
Look at that. VRBO, 30 million views. 30 million views, and it's unlisted.
Wow.
Okay? 30 million views unlisted. And it came on before my Doobie Brothers video. Okay, so now if I click skip ads, something's going to happen in a few seconds. So, okay. Inside of my data, I identified that right at the around 1 minute section, people hear one time of the course and they get bored and they start going somewhere else. So the drop-off rate of that video is exactly at the 1 minute mark. So what did I do? I put up 2 other choices for people to have. Doobie Brothers Live, What a Fool Believes. And because of that, I was able to generate 44,000 views on a video that didn't have any views before. Deep Purple, I just saw them in San Francisco right before the pandemic. I was able to generate 2,000 views. Obviously, Doobie Brothers fans like the Doobies more, so this one was right here. Do you see the wisdom of what I'm trying to say here? Okay.
Yeah.
Most people who are on YouTube do not do this. They don't understand how to use the data to expand. And it's literally like if I put my microphone next to a speaker, you would eventually get feedback. But watch, there's more. I'm going to play this video. I'm now going to go to the end screens. Okay, so now look what happened here. If people make it all the way to the end, and 1 out of every 20 people makes it all the way to the end, I have a video right here, which has 12 videos, the entire concert from this show. They can watch that. Or an indie musician, someone who's never heard of, with House of the Rising Sun. And I was able to drive an unknown artist into having some views on their channel.
Excellent.
You see how that works? Is that cool?
It's definitely very cool.
Do you see how this strategy could change and revolutionize the music industry if they just understood a few key principles and had the ability to execute it? I live in the world of data, so I know exactly when to put the timings, what videos to put there, and how to make it work and how to make it sing. All right, it's getting cold here, so I put on a sweater. Okay, so I'm going to read to you from the YouTube formula, Daryl Eves, and I just read the first few chapters while we're watching, but I want to read the beginning right here. And the foreword is by Mr. Beast, I believe. Let me see. Yep, the foreword. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, go look up his stuff. I mean, every video he does, he's got a very simple business model. One stream I watched of his, he says, I spend $2 million, I make 10. That's how it works. But let me read you his words of wisdom. Everyone should have a YouTube channel. Literally everyone, but especially brands. When I see brands that don't have a presence on YouTube, I think they're insane. It's unfathomable. Am I still muted? Can you hear me? Actually, yeah, you should be able to hear me. Let me start that over again. Okay, so I'm reading from the YouTube formula by Daryl Eves. Highly recommend you pick up this book. The address I will put in the link below in the description. It's ytformula.com. You buy it directly there. I'm not getting a commission. Just give all the money to Daryl. He's a great guy. I've learned a ton from him. What I'm going to read to you right now is the foreword from Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is probably one of the top YouTubers in all of YouTube. So, it's okay, so he says, everyone should have a YouTube channel. Literally everyone. And then I'm going to skip forward a little bit. If you are just getting started on YouTube, do not expect to pull any type of viewership in your first year. If this isn't something you can accept, don't start. But if you can, then you need to do this. Make 100 videos. It doesn't matter what they are because they will be terrible. But do something that you like doing. Your first 10 videos will be garbage. Then make 10 more. These will also be garbage. And so will the next 10. But eventually things will start to improve. You'll get better little by little. The best way to improve your content is to make content and see what people like. I'd like to end the broadcast on that note because I think a lot of you don't quite understand the wisdom of that. When I first started my YouTube channel, my first channel, actually, I'm more senior than Mr. Beast. My first channel was 2007. And my videos actually did not suck. They were actually quite good because I took a DVD from my piano concert and I just uploaded it one song at a time. And my top video, I think, let's see, had literally no subscribers, but it has lots of views. If you do a YouTube search for Victor with a K, and then jazz piano, yeah, it had 10,000 views 13 years ago. And I'm going to play that for you right now. Let me just, since you guys are still here. So it doesn't always have to suck. You might get lucky. But you've got to have good content. So if you search for Victor Jazz Piano, you'll find me right here. 10,000 views. Here we go. All right, so that's our show for tonight. Thank you for coming out. Be sure to pick up your copy of YouTube Formula and SociSnap, the social media editor, and we will see you at the next live broadcast. Thank you again for coming out, and I'm going to play a little bit more from last night's replay as we close this out, and you can also access tons and tons of videos and training inside of the SociSnap back office. We do these events once a month, so come back next month for another event about SociSnap and about YouTube and being more relevant with your videos. We're going to continue the conversation tomorrow with intentional mentoring, and it will be streamed as well on this channel tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm Victor Grant with the SociSnap team, and I'll see you at the next one. Good night.
Yeah. I
So
must
my
admit,
secret sauce. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a little bit green when it comes to YouTube. My instinct is that, oh, you know, I missed the boat with YouTube. I didn't use all the tools that I could have used when they were allowed, and now you have to pay quite a lot to advertise on YouTube. But I'm quite ignorant with YouTube, to be fair.
Well, you're
Having
in the right
said
place.
that, if it's all right to say, I'm starting a radio station, and we're going to be live streaming and kind of recording the shows that come out of the studio there.
Yeah.
So we've all been kind of like, because I'm doing it with some really cool people in the music industry, but we've all been racking our heads as like, what is the best way to launch this? You know, there are so many ways to launch something these days.
Right.
And you just don't know which way to go. There's a lot of, you said earlier, there's a lot of noise on the internet.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
if you're not a techie person, you can get a bit lost. There's a hell of a lot of noise. It's very confusing. You say something, you look at something, and then you get thrown all these adverts. You follow the adverts, and do you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go to the right place as a punter.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, that's like the first portion. Peter, do you want to make a 1 minute summary of what we just talked about now before we move on to the second portion?
Now let's just move on to the second one, Vic, because the stuff we talked about just now is stuff we've talked about every week.
Well, the challenge is I don't see our members who are showing up here actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe if they understood how simple it was, they may actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
So at the 1 minute mark, okay, you want to suggest a different video inside of your own channel, maybe two. And then at the end screen, you must put on a playlist over here, and you want to put another video over here. And you want to do this with your most popular videos. Okay. So this was my screen this morning, and I'm going to be going through and watching over my watch over my shoulder right now. So I'm going to start a different recording here. Okay,
I think
so
getting 2.5 hours of work in a 15-minute video is actually pretty cool.
Thank you.
No.
All right, so this was yesterday's email, okay, that we sent out.
And you'll notice this is the email confidence equals cash. The word get is in bold. You can, get, I call. These are all spam words. But when we use SociSnap to turn them bold like that, it's just an emoji. So let me show you how that works. So I go back in here, and you can see that everything is highlighted in yellow, okay? By clicking this new button, which is this little spam button, our software will scan through all the words that you wrote, and it's going to tell you what is spam and what's not. You can either rewrite it or just turn it bold, because what this actually is the emoji of the letter Y, emoji of the letter O, emoji of the letter U. So visually it appears like the word you, and humans read it, but computers and bots just see it as an emoji. So they don't pick it up as much. And we've been able to implement this in scaling both our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram, and our emails when we apply this strategy. Because these are the words that are not liked by the establishment, shall we say. The word cash, right? You don't want to use the word cash. So what I'm doing here is I'm now going to be demonstrating for you the mojo, the energy of it. So let's see. I'm going through and fixing the word a light beams inside of you. And then I go over and I click the next button. And I'm just resetting the screen with something brand new. So now what I do is I'm saying, if you guys need to know anything about SociSnap, click the button that says basic training. And I have 15 videos that teach you how to do the basics, including one on voice transcription and emojis.
Tool. It is not a network marketing product.
Okay. And this is a clip where Peter and I were teaching about that. So you can go watch that in your own time. But this is supplemental. This is speech to text. What I'm going to show you right now is the speech to text is when you click and then you speak. This is uploading an audio file. So now if I click what is charisma, you're going to see a maximum 10 megabyte file is allowed. So what I need to do now is trim my file so it's a little bit more manageable. If it goes more than 10 megabytes, what we have found is that it becomes way too lengthy for a video. So this is the transcription, and now I'm going through and I'm fixing it at 10x speed. What it did is it took my audio from my YouTube video and I converted it directly into text. So now I've taken my video and I've now put it in there, and I'm now going to show you some things that you can do inside of your channel. So we now go into the content. I go into the video. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. This is the one I played for you earlier. You're going to get to see it again. It's only 2 minutes long, but this time you're going to see the power that SociSnap can do with your videos. The reason you're not making it with your videos is because you're not giving the food that Google needs, which are words, okay? So when you add this button, you see click add. Now what I do is I don't upload the file, I click auto sync. And then I paste the text that SociSnap gives me, and I copy it from SociSnap, I paste it in there, and I click assign timings. And you'll see it has a pretty good, I'm deleting the end because that's actually not part of the video. But I click assign timings and look at what a good job it does, right? It almost got my spelling correct, but because I was able to transcribe it in SociSnap, we were able to do it. Now I publish those. And now when I go back to the video, and we're going to play the video. Actually, before that, I'm going to go and run the tool to figure out the spam words. And you see, I still speak with a little bit of spam. I'm speaking with the word get, which is a spam word. Now I'm just going to reveal that. That's what it looks like. That's what my transcript of the new video looks like. And now I'm going to click copy. And I'm going to paste it right into the description. And because I have, what's that thing? I'm going to go through and clean up some of the grammar. Peter, what's that grammar tool that we both use?
Grammarly.
Grammarly, yeah. So now I have Grammarly running. It works conjunction with SociSnap. And you can see the word Google is a spam word in Google. Figure that out. Isn't that cool that Google is a spam word for Google? It makes sense, though. They don't want you using their name in vain, right? So there's my story. That's what the text is. And now that I've put that in there and I hit the play button and I look at the video, watch at the
You didn't come here for any
captions.
bull.
Look at the captions.
As the experts in
and how clear
small
they are and
business
how
insurance,
accurate they are.
we'll get you what you really need.
Charisma, simply said, is the combination of experience coupled with humility, coupled with clarity. Charisma is simply experience. You can't fake it, right? You got to have experience, right? So if you're a surfer, you got to have to actually get in the water. If you're a piano player, you actually have to sit down at the keys. If you want to make videos on YouTube, you got to sit down and shoot videos. Sometimes you might just be authentic and just hang out and share from your heart, like this video. So experience is number one. The number two thing about charisma for me would be humility. And that's a tough one, especially when you have experience, because you know, the world gets really small and, you know, it's like, I still remember the day when I was having cocktails with Chad Hurley in Hollywood when he was just about to sell to Google. That was like a historic day for me because they were sitting around and talking about how YouTube was going to change the world. You know, when you've been there and you've experienced that, it's sometimes tough to be humble. And you have to always remember, you know what? No one cares about what you've been or where you've been or who you know or any of that stuff. They care about who you are right now and how are you going to help them. So that's number two, is humility. Number three is clarity. And the best way I can express clarity is just with this song.
So I almost completed the whole thing already. No.
Okay, so let's talk about websites. Any questions about any of what I just shared with you, or would someone like to share before I move on? Peter?
I don't have anyone with questions.
Did you learn something from that exchange about why we need to have really, really good captions? You see the difference with the words on the screen, how much easier it was to see that? You know that 80 or 90% of the people watch YouTube videos without even hearing the audio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the transcription on there. It's nice.
So it does a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
So here on these Tactical Tuesdays, we always encourage you to have a website. Well, here's the problem with that. You can only link to approved websites. And I want to talk about that in some detail. Your associated website, you can only add an associated website into your channel once you have signed the agreement with YouTube, and you don't get that agreement until you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Same thing with merchandise sites. You can't be a merchant unless you actually have a contract, but that's a different contract. Approved retailer sites are okay, but they don't have affiliate links, so that means you're not going to make any money. And crowdfunding sites. Now, crowdfunding is a really, really interesting dynamic. These are the crowdfunding sites that you could go put your cause on, and you can start to generate money from YouTube out of your videos without driving people where you're collecting the money yourself. And you think about that, it makes sense, because YouTube does not want to risk sending their customers to have a bad user experience, right? Now, because I am a partner, I can put in my link. And so I put in my link to SociSnap because I want to use this as a vehicle to promote it. But the domain has to be at Tube Relevance, which is the name associated with the site. I get the approved site, and then I click apply. And now that link goes out there, and I can put a custom message in there. And that message would be like a call to action. So I say, bring charisma into your videos and social media posts. So now I have this video up. I got 11 views just from my warm market who's seen it. I haven't even emailed my subscribers about it yet. I'm sort of getting ready for promotion, okay? So because the video took me 3 hours to make, I'm now gonna go and spend 9 hours on promoting it. So before I spend those 9 hours, I'm gonna go drag that little icon over there. I'm gonna go in here and grab an image in the call to action. And we found that the 100% customer guarantee converts the best. So we just put that right there and people will click on it. And so that becomes the end screen that allows us to monetize our videos in a much more powerful way. Now, you see that video up there is also my piano 4-minute piano solo. So if people like the music that they heard in this video, they can either listen to the music for 4 more minutes or they can buy my product. You want to give people always a choice, or they can subscribe to the channel by clicking on the target. Any questions about this before I move on? Because we've never really done a training on end screens, and a lot of you would really, really be benefiting from learning about end screens. Okay, this is all I really want to say about end screens. I think this format is the best one. I've seen a number of YouTubers use it. 1 video or 1 playlist, 1 call to action, and then a subscribe to your channel, right? So you have 3 different buttons that show up in the last 30 seconds as people are deciding, okay, do I want to keep watching Vic's channel, or am I going to go watch the news, or I'm going to watch something else, right? You've got to persuade them to stay on your channel. And if you don't, that's going to hurt the growth of your channel. If you do, and you can do so consistently, that's going to cause a massive increase in the growth of your channel. And even a small video like this with only a handful of views is going to affect the metrics of my other videos that have as many as 10 or 15,000 views a day. So that's why it's really important as you start to scale your business that you do the small. It's like the butterfly effect. Every little thing you do has a butterfly effect on your channel. It's the 1%. So Peter, can you talk a little bit about the butterfly effect, with respect to the channels? Because I think that a lot of people are missing the power of this simple stuff that we're teaching here tonight. As long as you say, well, how's this going to make me money? You're not asking the right question. Money will show up in response to the perceived value that you've given in advance to your customers. Why do you think we sell so many copies of SociSnap? Because we give all our training away for free. People see the training and they go, wow, that's amazing. And even if I didn't buy the product, I still learned something. That's how you want to do it. Back to you, Peter.
Yeah, it's that small, the small things that you don't necessarily have to go out and get the sale. You make the sale welcome, right? You make the sale welcome for people to come in and want to buy from you because of the value that you've given them over time. So if you put quality stuff on your channel and hook it up with playlists and things of that nature, then people are going to feel obligated to purchase from you eventually. So it's these small things that we've been talking about today, or Vic's been talking about today, that can make a big difference over time. And if you take advantage of those, I think it'll benefit you long term.
Thank you, Peter. And so I use a tool that gives me relevance tags based on the content of the title of my video. So you can see charisma on command, how to be charismatic, how to be charming, self-improvement, body language, how to make people like you. And you see that little number right there, right? That little number right there is where my video ranks already under those terms. Is that cool or what? So under charismatic people, my video on charisma is already number 3. It's powerful. Now, how many people search for these things? Well, only Google knows that, but it's always relative. And we're gonna have a demo of that as well. So a lot of you are not investing enough time into the tagging, into the title, into the description, into the captions. You're so focused on making your content and your thumbnails. Thumbnails are important, but these other metrics, especially when you're getting started, are critically important. Until you get your first 50,000 views on a video, the thumbnail's not as important because YouTube's not going to show it except in search results. If your video does well in search results, like maybe you'll get 2,000 or 3,000 views from search, that's when you get lucky and you might get 50,000 or 60,000 views from what's called suggested videos. Thank you, Tara, for coming tonight. And I'm really grateful. She just sent me a message saying, I have to leave now. Early start. She's in the United Kingdom. It's like 1 in the morning there. Actually, much later than that. What is that? It's like 3 in the morning there. No, excuse me, 1:30. Thank you so much for coming out. It was delightful meeting you. So a lot of my time is spent helping customers like Tara utilize our software to change the world for the better. If David Bowie was alive, if some of the musician contacts she had, if they could give this little tiny training, which is out on the open internet, it will be, right, if you know where to look, to these people, and they do a slight increase on their videos, that tiny little butterfly effect to a successful person has huge, huge impact on their channel. It's the power of the small. So let me go back to the training here. So charisma on command, I'm just going through here and I'm going through tagging. This is what I do. You're watching over the shoulder. I go through and I do the things with a certain process that I'm teaching you here right now. And if you want this tool, I will put the tool in the description below this video on the replay. So don't worry, I'm also going to put it in the chat. I like this tool. It's super simple and it helps me get the most relevant tags for my videos. I use it in conjunction with my own software, which is called Search Triggers. I've done a bunch of videos on that already. But look at that. What is charisma? My video is already in the number 10 position, and I just released it this morning. That's how powerful it is when you figure out a topic that many people are looking at. Look at this. I brought over, this is called Google Trends. I did a comparison. Okay, I'm going to pause that here. Do this first. Go to Google Trends, type in your question about what your video is going to be about, and do a comparison. Like I wanted to know, should I have the video be called, Do You Have Charisma? Or What is Charisma? And you can see the blue line really, really is much more popular than the red line. In the United States, over the past 12 months, as a question that we do have data for from Google, and guess what? YouTube owns Google. You got that? I made a reversal there. It was intentional, just having fun. But as you can see, the comparison is quite large. It's 65 versus 16 on that last spike. Do you have charisma? Let's say people are not searching for that right now, right? But people are still searching for what is charisma. And so what do? I'm now taking other videos by people that I think are charismatic, like Russell Brand and a number of other people from these channels that I'm discovering, and I'm creating playlists that are not just about my videos. So think about that. I'm going to be promoting somebody else with my own time and my own money who's bigger than me, with the intention of having them notice that I helped them. Russell Brand, his average video views is around 100 to 200,000. I believe that if he used SociSnap, we could get him to 500 to 600,000. And I'm going to be promoting his videos in my playlist called What is Charisma, kicking off with my video that's 2 minutes long, and then his video, which is 30 minutes long, which tells you how to be charismatic. In case you don't know, Russell Brand used to be married to Katy Perry, and he's a British actor and comedian, and really, really, I love his content on his YouTube channel. So you want to pick a few people on YouTube that you model it, you really admire. He has about 500,000 subscribers. That's the target where I want to be in about a year, right? How can I 100-fold my subscribers? I have almost 5,000. Peter has almost 5,000. How do we go from 5,000 to 500,000? Well, the answer to that question is the strategy I'm telling you right now, but most of you can't do that strategy because you don't have your first 1,000. You got to get your first 1,000 before you get your first 5,000. You can't get your first 100,000 until you have your first 5,000, right? A lot of people say, I want to have 1 million subscribers. Well, there's a pathway. And what I'm telling you now is the pathway. The pathway, I believe, and what I've observed, is that people who have over 1,000 subscribers, pay attention to this, hang out with other people who have over 1,000 subscribers, and they share videos across channels through playlists. Let me say that again. They share traffic across channels through playlists, end screens, and info cards. The 3 things that I've been teaching over and over and over again for the past 3 years. That's all they do, except instead of doing it with the public, they do it with each other. So I'm promoting not just Doobie Brothers, I'm promoting Deep Purple, I'm promoting an indie musician that no one's ever heard of because I like their content or I have an affinity with them. And I can help utilize the success of my channel to help increase the success of their channel. It's selfless service in a syndicate type of manner. And we talked about this yesterday a little bit. Okay, so enough on Google Trends. Okay, I see yes, yes, yes. How to be charming without trying. As you can see, charisma definition, I already am 21st position. And as I go forward, what I do is I work on my tags. This is very important. You can never change your video content in YouTube. You have to upload a new video and your view count will reset. But you can change your title, you can change your description, you can change your tags, you can change your captions, you can change your end screens, you can change all these things at any point in time. And a lot of times you don't want to be too clever. Okay? You want to be just right. Peter, can you summarize what I just said in the last few minutes? Are you still there? I don't know if you're still there. Peter, you there?
Sorry, Vic, I had to step away for a second.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. You're the king of the 1-minute summary. So, could you summarize in 1 minute what I just covered for people who are probably sitting here in a half hypnotized state?
Yeah, I had to step away for a second, so I didn't hear some of what you said.
Okay, so I'll summarize for a minute. You cannot, once you upload your video, okay, before you upload your video, you want to go to Google Trends and you want to ask the question, what's your video about? I ran a comparison of what is charisma against what do you have charisma? And I could clearly see, do you have charisma's flatlined and what is charisma fluctuates, but it's always been positive, right? So as a search term, what is charisma is the name of my video. I might change it later, but I just wanted to get it out there, okay? Then what I did is I went into my tags, and as you can see, my video, what is charisma? If you go and you search in YouTube, I'm already ranking in 10th position for self-improvement, 10th position for body language, 3rd position for charismatic people, 10th position for social skills, and 10th position for how-to. However, these numbers are not global. These are specific to me because that's the only way you can get that data. But it's still a step in the right direction. When you use this tool, what you're going to see are all these little numbers showing up in here, and you want as many of them filling up this thing as possible, and then you want to X out of the tags that are not ranking, because that means you're not anywhere in the search results. When you first launch a video on YouTube, you want to focus on getting traffic through search results because you don't have subscribers yet. And even when you do have subscribers, only 1.8% of them are going to get notified, and only the active ones. So even though we have 4,000 subscribers, we only got 11 views. That's actually a good indicator based on the content, because the majority of our subscribers are wanting rock and roll music, and they're tagged with the bell notification that's contextual. So in other words, if it's a music video, YouTube will push it out to more people. If it's a how-to video, it's only going to push it out to subscribers that came here through these webinars, and there's only a handful of you. So if I get 11 views, that's great, because I only have 200 of you here tonight that are in this new niche that I'm launching right now, which is making videos that have very simple mindset principles with animation, computer graphics, live action, and words. Okay? I'm calling it a mandala style video, but I'm wanting to create a new type of video that gets people's attention and starts them thinking. It captures their attention. It's like the video equivalent of SociSnap. So Peter, yeah, that's what I kind of said. So could you say that in 1 minute?
So guys, what you want to do is you want to go to the Google Trends and make sure that you have the right title or the right promotional words to be able to rank higher. Don't put in there what you think that you want to have. Put in there what the data is telling you to have on there versus say, do you have charisma or what is charisma? So pick the right term that's actually ranking higher, because you don't want to necessarily give people what you think it is. Use the data. So after you're doing that, you want to be able to get into getting the right keywords, so that this way you can put in the keywords that people are searching for on Google and also on YouTube, and to be able to use that so that this way you in turn can be able to have the right search terms and use search triggers when you're doing that, which is showing here on the screen. So as you're doing that, make sure you're selecting YouTube so that this way you're using the search terms that people are using on YouTube about what is charisma, and searching for and actually selecting the right videos that are not overly crowded, but some things that you have a chance of ranking very, very high. Okay, so kind of like the Goldilocks method, not too low, not too high, but something where you have a chance of ranking very, very high in the search results when you're doing that. And as you're copying and pasting these keywords into your video, you'll start to see numbers come up after a while, so that this way you can see where these keywords are starting to rank in the Google algorithms and the search results of people. And if you have a lot of terms in there that are not ranking, not showing any numbers, eventually you want to take those off, because they're just sitting there doing really no benefit to you in your videos. So it's not to say that all of these here have to stay in stone. You look at the data after a while and see, maybe I want to change my subject line. Maybe I want to add or delete some of the terms that are in there, and adjust these results over time. So this way you can constantly tweak it as you see the data starting to come in. So that's what we're talking about the last few minutes.
Thank you, Peter. That was great. That was great. So I'm now going to bring back my live screen. I'm going to go back to search triggers. I'm going to bring that into a tab here. Okay. And we're going to talk about this, that I actually got it right. Okay. YouTube relevance. Okay. The relevance score, the length of the bar, is how important this phrase is. So in YouTube, what is charisma? What is charismatic Christianity? I've never heard of that, so I might want to do a video on that. What is charismatic? What is charismatic leadership? Okay, I've never heard of these terms. What is charismatic church? What does charismatic mean? What is charisma in Mobile Legends? I mean, that's, I guess, a game. So what I want to do here is I want to go grab this. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab the top ones that are somewhere related. Okay. I don't care about Mobile Legends. I'm thinking about my audience. Okay. My music is inspirational. It's inspired by Christianity. It's inspired by God. It's inspired by whatever your faith is. Doesn't matter whether you're Christian, Buddhist, Muslim. All of my music is from that same source. So I have no problem with that. And my audience, a lot of my customers who buy my music are Christians. I have no problem with that. I used to play in Christian churches. No problem whatsoever. You want to think about the query term in terms of your audience. Okay. PUBG, that's a game. I don't want that. Charismatic authority, love it. What does charisma mean? Well, probably it would be what does, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go, what is charisma in Dungeons and Dragons? Well, that's a stat in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just going to go ahead with that because I actually do have a lot of Dungeons and Dragons fans in my channel. Now I copy all these from here. I go back over to my video. I'm going to refresh it to make sure I don't overwrite something because I think I already updated this video since then. Yeah. So now I can't tell you how many times I made this mistake where I go to a previous tab from the night before, which I just did, and all of a sudden I lost all of my text, all of my captions because I overwrote my previous video. So always refresh your page and then go into your edits. So now I'm going to go in here and you see I already have charisma definition. I'm ranking number 21 for that. Okay. So now I go in here and I just hit Control V and I paste it in. So now I'm going to get rid of a few things and I've got to get it down to 500 characters. How to make people like you is a little bit too removed and way too competitive. Now I can double click this tag and it will give me, oh, it actually is a very good keyword. So I might actually keep that one. So I'm going to go into what is charismatic. It still says it's very good. Let me try what is charisma DND. I've got to get rid of 13 characters. So one of these tags has got to go. Okay, so that one's good. It's not great. I'm just going to get rid of that because this video has nothing to do with it. All right, so now I've got 490 out of 500 characters. And these are all the tags, okay, that I want to pursue. Remember to hit save. This is how you do your marketing on YouTube, okay? Peter, do you want to say anything about that? I'm going to allow Selena to talk as well. Selena, are you with me still? And Bill?
I'm here.
Are you following me here?
I'm trying, Vic. You're throwing a lot out all at once. But yeah. I'm very much interested in checking out Google Trends, and then I think it's a great idea to figure out what's trending and how to formulate your verbiage or your script to articulate what's trending. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not entirely clear on, once you upload your video, how you throw in that secondary video or how you throw in the video on the end, but what I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna watch the replay and try and figure this out, because I definitely see how it's beneficial and how I can even help somebody else by including one of their videos. So it's a great idea.
Okay, so in 30 seconds, let me explain what you do.
Okay.
The one is called the end screen. So inside of your YouTube studio, you go right down below where it says visibility, restrictions, then there's end screen and there's cards.
Okay.
Under the end screen, you will be able to add elements. You can pick from a series of pre-made elements, and you'll see at the 1:59 mark up until for that 20 seconds, that last 20 seconds, this is what they're going to see. As the word clarity comes on, they're going to see this, and they have 20 seconds to make a decision to click on something. Okay?
So that's
Gotcha.
called an end screen. And then an info card is right here. I can add this playlist. I want to get at least maybe 30 seconds of view time in, because at least at this point we will have monetized our video. So if I click save right here, then it's going to suggest piano mandala. If you're bored with me talking about charisma, you could go into my music right in here. Okay.
Cool.
You can also put in custom message and teaser text. Now, until you're monetized, until you've been invited by Google, YouTube to partner with them, you will not be able to have any of these links go to an external website.
Gotcha.
So you want to use Builderall, and you want to build a website under the same name as your channel, because you want to get ready for that moment when you do get invited by them to partner with you. And that's when you want to have your website ready for people to be able to do that. You don't have that option when you first start. So what you name your channel, and whether like, I have to get approval. We have a whole video on how to do that when you're ready. But that's up until that point, these suggestions can only be other videos. They can't be other websites. So if I add a card, it's going to say video, playlist, channel, or link. That link part, you won't be able to link to your website. So don't pull your hair out getting frustrated with it. They won't let you do that.
Until
Channel,
I have
you can link to someone else's channel. Playlist, you can link to someone else's playlist or your own. You can put in another video. So what you want to do is look at the drop off in your analytics where your video starts to lose attention from the audience. And then you put one of these notifications in here to take them somewhere.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Victor, when you're registering for YouTube, do you have to have a Gmail address, or it can be from your website?
Good question. You have to have a Gmail address. But if you register your own email address, you can actually have that be your login at Gmail. So in other words, you can register for Gmail with your old email address.
Yeah. You just use a forwarding or something?
Yeah, you can do that. I know some people that they have their Google account is registered with their business, and they don't use gmail.com. They just use their regular email, and they register just fine that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to register with Gmail.
Yeah, because I noticed that sometimes if you have a website and you want to register with Gmail, the exact name of the website is not available.
Correct.
Most of the time.
But you can call your channel anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be even a .com. Once you become a partner, you can even change your channel name. So like I started off as blogging engineer. And then I went to SociSnap, and I realized, well, my channel is about more than just SociSnap. So I changed it to Tube Relevance. So you can change your channel name as often as you like. Actually, let me distinguish that. I think you can do it up to 3 times a year. There are some rules. But once you become a partner, you get 24/7 chat support with Google. So it's really worth it. And they're very, very knowledgeable people. But they don't give you any support until you're, obviously until you have your 1,000 hours and 4,000 hours and 1,000 hours of watch time. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. All right, let's go back to the video here. I'm just showing you that the bolds that I use as spam words, I call them emphasis words now instead of spam words. And I just put them in my description because I don't want to put emphasis on those words, like the word Google. Okay. So
a lot of people ask me, well, Vic, what's the difference between SociSnap and SociSnap Pro? And I'm glad you asked me that question. And where can you get SociSnap Pro? Well, you can get SociSnap by going back to the person who sent you this video. Or if they're here live tonight, they're already cookied with their sponsor. And you just click on SociSnap.com. You can register, create an account for free. You can log into your account. You're going to see that I'm right now running an early access special for 1 more week, 1 month completely free, and you save 30% on SociSnap Pro. And so basically you can try SociSnap Pro, see if it's right for you, and everything is right in there. What I'm showing you here is the price. When you click that button, it's $69.30 a month instead of $99 a month. And you also get your first month free. And now that's basically all of my tools, all of my training, and all of my support. You have direct access to me with here. We are here. We are currently working on the list refiner, allowing you to refine your email lists. The randomizer is another tool, and the video viewer allows you to download videos from social media. All of these trainings, Email Conqueror is the one that I recommend you. You know, if you haven't, everyone gets email help out with SociSnap, but Email Conqueror comes with SociSnap Pro. And this is all about the beauty of membership sites and why you want to use that. All these trainings are unlocked for you when you're inside of there. I recommend you go down to the vault, the EarthGrid Vault. Oh, excuse me, this is the Alchemical Refinement Training. Those are 4 videos. Once you finish the 4 videos, click on that We Are Here chat button and tell me I want more, and I will send it to you. It's inside of another company called Daily Digital Club. Getting started with Facebook ads, building relevant audiences and video funnels, teaming up to boost your marketing. The danger zone. You want to watch this video first, especially if you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing. The big no-nos. These are the things you do not ever want to do in Facebook. And I see people doing them over and over and over again. Finally, the 3 factors of relevance. There's also bonus trainings that we did last year. The Big Business Masterclass, Avatars and You. These are all replays. Really fantastic Facebook training. All of that is a bonus that you get with SociSnap Pro. And most importantly, the tool. You get the tool with speech to text and uploading the audio file. That costs us a lot of money. That's why we had to make it limited to 10 megabytes per file. It's unlimited, as many as you want, okay, until it becomes unmanageable. That's also why we set the price to be affordable, because our closest competitor that does voice recognition, they charge around $75 to $80 per hour. And that's crazy. You know, uploading that amount of audio, it's really expensive. So here you can just grab the video. What is charisma? That was my video. You see it's 26 megs versus 6 megs. There's videos in the Pro training that show you how to organize your WAV files. And finally, you can add paragraph sentence breaks. If you have long text that's kind of wordy, it helps, it makes it easier for people to read in email and in social media. So always remember to highlight your spam words. So this is the next section of the training, which I'm going to go into, which is all about transcribing an audio. So like this is a transcript from yesterday's intentional mentoring call. And the first minute and a half is critical, okay? So I'm going to now upload the first 90 seconds of the intentional mentoring call from last night that we did on confidence. See how fast that goes? That's actually 10 speed. Now what I'm doing, oops, I went way too fast there. Let me go back there. But this is what I do. This is what I spend my time doing. I'm uploading audio files. I'm transcribing them. I'm looking to see how much spam I'm using in my vernacular, and I'm wanting to tell my subconscious to, hey, stop saying that. Don't use those words. Okay? Words like get, all, and call, right? You would never even think that these spam words were spam words until you actually use this tool, and then it becomes plain as day to see that. And you can see the transcript here is really good. So I may even sometimes go in and modify the word. So even though I said the word in the YouTube video, the transcript has the replacement word. So yeah, I'm just basically going through and cleaning it up. And then I'm showing you that all of this stuff, the beginner training, I told people last year, and we're still sticking with it. All of our beginner training in email, in Facebook, in YouTube, in LinkedIn, all of our beginner level training is included with anyone who has SociSnap. All of it. For life. We only want to charge people who are intermediates and advanced users, because those are the people we can help. If you're a beginner, you got to get through boot camp before, we want to throw you out of an airplane. Right? To use a boot camp analogy. So let's see what else I covered here in this video. I think I'm showing you Tube Relevance. I know I have a whole nother section here for another. Oh, okay, this is what I was going to show you. Peter, any comments before I go into that? Selena, any comments?
No, I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah, Selena says, because you do this all day long, it's difficult for the rest of us to catch on right away. Well, I'm showing this to you because I think I did this for like an hour and I made the video in 24 minutes. But I could share my screen and we would have been here much longer than if I had spent the time recording my screen earlier today and preparing this and cutting out all the parts that, where I kind of was still figuring it out. So you will be able to do this. I fully believe in my heart of hearts, every single one of you can do this. Okay, put your hand on your chest and say, I can do this. Put that in the chat. You can do this. It's not that hard. This would take you 10 times longer without a tool like SociSnap. Trust me. If you go with those other services, you would upload an hour's worth of audio. You'd have to wait a day before they got back to you. Come on. Really? So I wanted to show you something. It's a secret about YouTube. A lot of people don't know. When you have an embedded video, any video that's embedded anywhere on YouTube, if you go to the upper left corner and you click on the logo, that will take you to the channel. If you click on the title, which in this case is Tube Relevance Overview, it will take you to the video on YouTube. So you can look at the numbers, you can look at the tags, you can look at what the video is about, you can read the description. A lot of times when videos are embedded on YouTube, you don't have the ability to see anything about what the video is. So what you want to do is click your mouse on there and get a little bit of a story about who that person is that made the video. So when I click on this, you can see that my video has been seen by 700 people and it's unlisted. So it's not even organic, right? That's 700 people have watched my Tube Relevance training, none of which found it on YouTube. That means they only saw it through SociSnap or were referred to it by one of our members. And I want to get that number to 2,000 before I turn it live. And that's a strategy. That's actually the best strategy because think about it. Those 700 people, YouTube knows who they are. They know what they like. They know that they like my stuff. They also know what other stuff they like. As soon as I turn that video live, YouTube is going to go out and find similar people to try my video of my overview onto them, right? However, I'm going to be competing against my colleagues like this guy, Daryl Eves, who has 500,000 subscribers. I'm a 1/100th of his size, okay? So I'm going to be competing with him. So I have to at least get my warm market to watch my videos before I make it public. But it's a balancing act. You want to make it public, but you don't want to make it public. You want to make it public because you want the people to see your video and you want to find it. But it's the kiss of death if you make a video public and nobody watches it. So you have to do these in conjunction with email campaigns. That's a real key. Someone said something. Was that you, Peter?
No, but I heard that as well.
Right. So while it's unlisted, you're not getting any credit, but you are, I believe, giving Google some data. You are giving YouTube some data. But when it does go public, you want to put a lot of momentum behind it. You want to have people eagerly anticipating. And that's where your opt-ins, that's where your email marketing, that's where your ads come in. That's where you want to put a lot of wind behind one arrow.
Vic, so what's the, on the right-hand side, underneath the numbers, it says best practices.
Yeah. That's the tool
like
that I
use. Is that like a running total of what you need to do from YouTube?
That's a tool that I use. It's a Chrome plugin that checks to see if this video is doing those best practices.
Okay.
So like it looks for a pinned comment, a comment that's hearted, info cards are added, liked on Facebook, end screen added, and captions added. Well, you typically want to do all of these best practices before you turn the video from unlisted to public. Okay. And this is like a little checklist. We went through each one of these inside of Tube Relevance, right? This right here above it is how many are in my channel, how many subscribers I have, how many videos I have. I've got 590 videos, 4,000 subscribers, and 2.9 million views on my channel. And I can do this for anyone's video, okay? So I can, when I do a channel review for someone, if any of you have a YouTube channel, you'd like me to do a review, let me know your YouTube channel and I will do a review for you right on the camera. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're gonna be doing channel reviews. I do a special event for SociSnap customers once a month on Wednesdays, and tomorrow is that day. It's going to be a very busy week for me. So when you click on the title of the video, it takes you to the home page of the channel. Okay. So that's another way of looking at someone's channel to just get a relationship with that customer. Okay. So here's the newest video I just did. I did it this time, instead of dictating, what I did is I wrote this description. And what I'm going to do is go into SociSnap and identify my spam words, or as I call them, emphasis words. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about premieres. When you do a premiere, right? That's the last thing I want to talk to you guys tonight about, is you want to be doing premieres and you want to have enough lead time. So if you have a live event or you have a premiere and it's a day or so, or maybe 2 days in advance, like Peter, when we did the Vertex Live, we gave people like 3 or 4 days in advance, maybe even up to a week in advance. And that's where you get like 1,000 people showing up instead of like 10 or 20, right? When you put a lot of your own marketing behind it. Well, what happens on the premiere, as the premiere is about to begin, this is what it looks like. It first has a still, and then what happens is they have this little music with a little countdown timer. And then it goes directly into the video. And what's cool is if you have enough of an audience, like let's say you did an email campaign and you said, you know what, we're going to be premiering this video next Tuesday at 4 p.m. You want to be there, we're going to be live or something like that. And you have like a week's lead time and you email your list early enough, you're going to have lots of people showing up in here and they can do chat. And then they can do something, it's called super chat. Let me bring up some of these images of super chat because I want to start doing more super chats with you, Peter. You basically want to start planning a week in advance. And the problem with people like Peter and I, we're kind of real time. We don't like to think necessarily a week or a month ahead. We kind of like want to do it now. But the people that put in the time a week in advance, they start to really, really shine. Let me show you this right here. Okay, so there's still people here. We've been going on for more than 3 hours. You guys are troopers and gals. I appreciate you all being there. Another plug for my friend Daryl Eves, the YouTube formula. I'm going to be reading this book tomorrow in the sunshine, and I'm going to summarize it for you. Some of the first things tomorrow night in our live stream. Really, really excited that you were here learning and growing with us tonight and that you got some value from tonight's broadcast. So please let others know about the channel. Let others know about SociSnap. And I was just getting feedback from many people who are just were in other mediums. Like I have a whole community that lives on Facebook, lives on Skype, lives on LinkedIn. And I really kind of felt, you know, in comparison to these giants of YouTube, I'm like at the 1% level of what they are. But I was very humbled to see how many people came tonight and were really, really just getting started. And that I was their very first subscriber as I did the channel review, that they had no subscribers at all, which basically shows us that the algorithm is pretty spot on with how it's doing. And even if you've had an established channel, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get lots of people liking your videos, at least not right away, right? It took us, as you saw tonight, I had literally no breakthroughs until I made a change. And I think that's the most important thing to learn from tonight. That it was, let me check the date. my breakthrough happened May 24th, 2017, when I wanted to use search triggers, my SEO software that I launched in 2012. And I did not, I don't know, for some reason, I didn't think to use it for YouTube. I never used it for YouTube. It was a blogging tool. We made it for WordPress. That was what was popular at that time. I wrote an ebook called Video Blog Sensation. I was known as the blogging engineer, and I helped people blog. And for some reason, I never thought, oh, wow, you could use this to make a YouTube title better. May 24th, 2017, I had that idea. And I went from virtually maybe 100, 200 views a day that had been compiling and compiling up to like 50,000 views. And we made one small change and we got 12,000 views in a day. I mean, it literally happened that quickly. We made one small change, and I actually look back on the day we were featured on the YouTube homepage. And ever since then, the channel has been alive. So you never know. I mean, it might take you 4 years before one of your videos takes off. So my conclusion is, take the words of Mr. Beast, make 10 videos, then make 10 more, and then make 10 more, and they're going to suck. Okay. Just keep doing it. Look at the videos you made and just keep improving them a little bit. 1%, 2%, make each video slightly better. Today's a historic day because I changed my channel art. We already covered that at the beginning of this live stream. I had a hard time. Truth be told, I had uploaded this artwork when I first started my channel, and it was called Blogging Engine. I think it was a terrible name. Terrible name. It was called Blogging Engine. And I was the blogging engineer, and I was very, very happy with it. And that image was, where I was on stage because I received an award for blogging, and I was on stage with like 100, 200 people in front of an audience of like 5,000 people. And I wanted to capture the energy of that picture. And that picture, truth be told, I have no idea where on the hard drive that picture is, and I was afraid of losing the picture because I uploaded it when I launched my channel, and channel images are protected, and it was really hard for me to find the picture. And that's why I've never changed my channel image since I launched it in 2012, this particular channel. So I finally got the courage to go in and find the image, and I found the image and I saved it. So I now have the image if I ever want to go back to it. And then I sat down and I created a channel image that I feel really represents the message of this channel. And I'm just going to go through that again in closing because I think it's so important, and you guys are still here. It's all about channel art. And a lot of people, especially a lot of the top YouTubers, put so much emphasis on channel art. And I want to share that again with you here in the last few minutes of this broadcast, because I think it's so important that you understand this. When you're creating a channel, okay, and now this is probably we're going on our 9th year in this channel. When I created the channel, I had no concept of the word relevance. All I did was upload videos, kind of like the way Mr. Beast said. But what I would say is YouTube is a people business. And if you're not a people person, then what you want to be doing is how-to videos. If you are a people person, you want to bring charisma in. And we teach what we most need to learn. So one of the reasons I'm doing a whole series on charisma right now is because I know that that's the next level of where I need to put my emphasis. These images right here are licensed from Adobe, and they are images that are the most popular images in a genre, both male and female, on what it takes to mean to be hot. This is the female version, and this is the male version. And so if you actually follow the image of what Tube Relevance is about, simply said, Tube Relevance is about establishing relevance, but doing so before you make your video. And then this is your customer. This is your target person that you're making the video for, and it needs to be relevant for them. As they watch it, it needs to be relevant for her. Once you have at least 2 people watching your video, that's when you step in and use SociSnap to scale it, and then that yields success. So now in our 9th year, this is what our channel is about. So thank you for coming out tonight and participating if you participated, chatting if you chatted, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow for our next live broadcast in this series, and next month for the SociSnap Pro training. Thank you and good night.